Good afternoon. I'm Karthik and I'm here with my teammates Vijay, Bhargavi and Kushal. We are here to present some solutions for the problems which are given by the Talencia Global for the hackathon. Next, I'll hand over to Bhargavi for our problems and solutions.
Okay. Okay, let's start with the problem number one. Here the question is, we need to list all the seats in a sequence screen. Here this query shows all the seats in one screen. I used the seat table for seat ID and the seat number. I joined with the screen table to get the screen name. Then I used the where condition to pick which screen I want. For example, here I used the screen ID is equal to 1. As a result, the list of seats with their ID number and screen name is visible here. And in the second question, it is to find the most expensive food items. Here I joined the food item table with the food item size table to get both the item name and its price. Then I selected the item ID, name and the rate. I used where conditions so that only the expensive food items are shown. As a result, here, the list of costly food items with their item ID, name, and the price is visible. Here, we need to find the customer who had made the most expensive spending. For that, I used the user table with the booking table to connect each customers with their bookings. Then I used sum to calculate how much each customer had spent in total. I grouped the user by user ID and the user name. And finally, I used having only to show how the customer spends more than the given sum like 4,000 to 25. And the output shows like this. Next question, we need to find the most popular food item ordered. Here, I joined the food item table with the food ordered item table. Then I used the sum quantity to count how many items each food item was ordered, how many times it was ordered. I grouped by item ID and name each of the food has the total orders. And finally, I used having to only show the most ordered food here. As an result, we can see the most ordered food. And the next question, we need to calculate the total revenue by a movie and the time slot. Here I joined the movie show and the booking table. Then I used a sum to calculate how much money was earned. And I used a group as the result by movie and the show time. This gives the total revenue per movie for each of the time slot. This is the output we can see here. And in this question, we need to list all the food items with their available sizes and the rates. Here, all the food items along with their available sizes and prices are given. The food items from the food item table. Here, I use the food item size table to get the size and the rate for each of them using this join. And I uses here order by, so the result are neatly arranged by item and the size. A menu list like each of the food with all the sizes like small, medium, and large, and the rates are given as an output. Next, I'll move on to Kusha.
Hello, I'm Kushal. I'm sharing the screen now. I solve the queries like count the number of reviews for each movie. For that, I've selected movie ID and movie title from the movie table and count the reviews from the review table. And the count is done on the review ID. That means the total number of reviews that they have made. And I've used left join to join review to the movie to the review. And it is grouped by movie ID and movie title. To give the output, it gives the review account as the output and the title and the movie ID. And the second query I've done is define the most frequent movie genres. So for genre, I've used genre from the genre table itself to select the genre and count total genres that it has using a count clause. I will count as a movie count it from the table movie and group by genre. And it is ordered by movie count in descending order. That means highest will be the top. That gives the individual genre with the total movie count. That means the comedy has 108 movies. Like that, it follows each row. And number three is find the most popular show times. For this, I've selected show date time from the show table and count the booking ID from the booking table. So it gives the total bookings, and I give an alias as total bookings to give the output column name as output bookings, and join the booking table and the show table, and it is grouped by show date time, and it is ordered in descending order. That means the highest will be at the top. So it gives the date time and the total bookings on that date. This is achieved. And number four is identify customers who have earned more than 800 loyalty points. Loyalty points is stored in membership table. So in order to take loyalty points from the membership table and take the user name and user ID, I've joined the membership user and membership table, and to give the output where loyalty points is more than 800. So I used where condition, and that gives more than 800, and it is ordered in descending order to show the top at the, I mean, the most will be at the top. The most loyalty points will be at the top. And it gives till 800 also. And query number five is identify users who haven't made a booking. That means the user have registered with their user ID and name, email, but haven't made any registration yet. So in order to achieve this query, I've used the select user ID and name and email from the user, and checked in the booking table whether they have not done any booking or not using not. That means from user ID who are not in booking. The user ID, that means the user have been created, user ID has been created, but I haven't made any bookings yet. So as I run, these are user IDs and username and with email who have registered but haven't made any bookings. So finally, query number six is list customers with multiple bookings on the same day. That means the one who made multiple bookings, like two or more, one or more bookings on the same date for the movies. So I use the user ID from the booking and user name from the user itself. From booking I've used is because we can retrieve only the booking user IDs. So I've used this b.user ID. B is a booking table called from, and count the number of bookings and given alias as number of bookings. So it gives total number of bookings they have made on that day, and it is grouped by user ID and date time. And it is ordered in descending order to see who have made more bookings in a day. So it gives Zachary Adams made one booking that is the most bookings in the specific date. So thank you, and Karthik Milin will take over this presentation from now on. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you. Now I'll share my screen. Okay, so I'm first doing the M6 problem. It states that I should get the most popular shows. So for this, I'm going to select the show ID and the date time from the show table, and I'm going to store in the alias ticket alias as a ticket ID as total tickets sold, and then I'm going to count it, and then I'm going to join the show seat and as well as ticket uh, to get the show ID as well as the show as the seat ID, and then I'm going to group it by the show ID as well as the date time, and then I'm going to present the result by the descending order. So that means the highest will be the at the top, and then it will keep on decreasing as it goes down. So here's the output. You will see the most tickets sold was 147 tickets on 4th February. So next, I have M3 problem. It's M3. So we are fetching all the upcoming shows. So here we are taking the show ID, title, and the name from the screen table, movie table, and the screen table. And we are here trying to we are here getting the future shows. So for this, we are putting the condition to show the shows in which is more than now. That is, it is not today, it is in the future. So here's the condition called as where show date time is more than date time now to get the future shows. And if you run the code, it will show this upcoming shows. Then next we have M9 problem, which is the calculate the average spending per customer. So that is how much do they spend for each and every movie or all the movies combined divided by total customers. So we are getting the user ID and name from the user table, and then we are joining the user ID from the user and the user ID from the booking table to extract the customers or the users, and then we are grouping them by the user ID and the name. So we are ordering it by the uh, descending order. If we run the code, it will come like this. User ID is in the left most column. We have the name in the center, and on the rightmost column we have the average spending per customer. Next, we have the C1 statement, which says that we should analyze the revenue contribution by each screen. So for this, we are taking in the screen ID and the name from the screen table, and then we are taking the sum or the total cost, that is the revenue of those the tickets sold, and then we are counting the total amount that is uh, generated, and then we are joining here the show, booking, and the ticket tables to extract the booking ID and the show ID, and then we are ordering them by the total revenue, that is the how much the amount that is generated, descending order. If we run the queries, we get it like this. So for 392, we have 836 tickets sold, and the revenue is around 459,610. So next query, next problem statement reads that we need to list users with membership and their current loyalty points or current points. So we are just selecting the name and the current points from the user table, and then we are joining it with the membership table so that you can extract both the name as well as the current points. And if we run the program, we get both the name and the current points for each and every user. Next, we have M6 again for the second version of M6. Here we should identify the peak booking hours, that is when the tickets are sold the most. So for this, we are selecting the booking time for each and every hour. So we are counting it from as total bookings, and that is the alias for that for counting the number of tickets sold per hour. And we are taking that value from the booking table, and then we are grouping it by the booking date time and we are ordering it by the total bookings in descending order. So as you can see in the third hour we have 600 bookings, 19th hour we have 609 bookings, and so on. This is in descending order of bookings. Then in C5 we have the calculate total points earned by users in a given time period. For this, we are selecting the user ID and the name from user table as well as from the uh, transaction table to get the points for each and every user. Here we have specified the particular time period, that is between 1st January to 31st January, to get between that time period. If we run the code, we get something like, we get for user ID Evelyn Nelson, we get something like 457 points, because during that month this user has earned that many points. That's it for me. Next I'll hand over to Vijay for next problems.
Hi, I'm Vijay Aspeti. I am solving the problem like this one. Calculate the total revenue by the movie time slot. We are using the command like a select user ID as a user ID, uname as a name, from booking you to the join B. The group by the user ID, it will help to show the put the rows together of the user. You count booking users. Order by total food specify the in the decreasing order limit of the 10. When we are run this command, it will show the output like a the next problem is C3. Identify the user who have booked most shows. In the book, we are finding the who booked more show like that using command like the select user ID like that. We are joining the booking command. After we are using a where command. In where command, we are using the group ID, having the total count of ID, selecting a booking as per person. The order by we are using order how much user will be booked order like this. We are counting the 10 20 then 1, and you are running this command, it will showing the like that output. Next, I'm explaining about the C4. Find the most profitable food item and their sale. We are finding the most profitable items in the database. We are selecting a database like the F1 food order as a FY. We are joining the food item as a FI. We are grouping the item ID, and it will decreasing, showing the output like a decreasing order. When we are run this command, it will show the output like a 6, 8, like that 13. Next, I am explaining about the finding the most expensive food item. We are using the database. We are explaining the food. We are selecting the PG dot name as a gateway name. We count. We are counting the how much food expensive are there in the database. Join the gateway payment as the gate ID. Group by the group name. We are ordering the decrease, and we are run this command. It will show the output like that. Rosa page PayPal script. Thank you. Thank you for giving opportunity. Sorry.
So in the end, I would like to say thank you for the opportunity that Talencia Global has given us to take part in this boot camp and to learn in the last 2 weeks. We have learned a lot about various topics, and this is a good experience for us for in the future. Thank you.
Thank you for providing this opportunity. The boot camp was very good and was helpful. Thank you.
You